Can you save? Yes, probably. Give me silence. Nearly 3 hours pass silently as Ivan applies his trade. Flesh slowly forms and closes across Ivar's torn frame. That is as much as I can do. He should make it. Thank you. The mender looks exhausted, leaning heavily against the bed. When was the last time you slept? A couple days ago. I'm okay, I just need to sit. Before you can catch him, the member crumbles to the floor. Chapter 5. Weary the weight of the sun. Exemic. Your sight swims as if underwater. Memories flies away like startled ravens before you can capture them. With great effort, you remember who you are, Juno. You also realize that the monumental serpent is speaking to you now. Your last certainty was what you died some time ago, and that it is about to happen again. Frustrating. You are slow to understand the serpent. It speaks in a language that recalls every ancient memory of words you learned long ago. If you are not going to die, I suppose we must speak instead. Who are you? My name is Juno. You are Juno? It means nothing to me. Maybe I have asked the wrong question. What are you? What is your purpose? I am a mender. Mender? Ah, Vaka. Now the picture is forming. Do you not know me, Vaka? Though your memory is still fuzzy, you're certain you know nothing about an enormous serpent. What do your prophecies say? The god gave you a prophecy, fate, destiny. Is there no child coming to slay me with a magic sword? Are there no stars in the sky foretelling this disaster? Do you truly not know? The gods are dead. Dead? How is that? Are you a god? No. The gods are silent, and before me stands one who knows not what they have done. Listen carefully now, Nora, for I will give you a prophecy. I am the end, do you understand? This world and this tapestry I will devour. It is my purpose. But I cannot. Instead, now comes a wall of night to consume your pitiful world. Wall of night? The dredge? Dredge? Stone men marching across a long bridge. No, it is darkness. The egg white that has turned black. I am meant to devour the tapestry itself, not idly witness the dust smother this rock. I am incomplete, a worm crawling through a dung field. Because of you, who are you to take my destiny? What are you? Return what is mine. Ivan. Oh, Juno. You're alive. You're alive. How? Where are you? Wait. Where am I? Asleep, I presume, or unconscious. I am in Ridgehorn, I think. A serpent was trying to kill me. Now I'm talking to you. Time is moving strangely. I've lost waves of memory. But I found you, for a short time at least. The serpent said something about a long bridge. So I took a guess. It came after you? We saw it at Einartoff. Are you okay? It tried to turn me to ash after we spoke. I'd be surprised if that was the last I've seen of it. It could tear the land apart or crush cities if it wanted. What do we do? It gets worse. A prophecy of the gods that I've never heard of. There are still prophecies out there? It was vague, sounded like the serpent was supposed to swallow the world. Instead, some kind of darkness or nothingness is seeping from the north. It devours whatever it touches. That would explain why the dredge are swarming on us like someone kicked an anthill. Ivan, are you in danger? You could say so. Bellower is here. The Varl holding him off, but not much longer, I think. Of all the Sunder, why the immortal one? Bellower, that is the worst of luck. I would have you come to me, but we will have to do this the hard way. Listen closely. I will return to Strand and find passage down the Red River. You must leave Einartoff and meet me in Sugarholm. Juno, we'll never make it to Sugarholm. Bellower is about to overtake us. The Varl won't listen to a thing I... Find a way. Do whatever it takes. I will not be able to contact you again before Sugarholm. Go. And Ivan. Yes? I love you. So very much. We didn't even have to have sex before I died mercilessly. And now, whenever we meet again, you're gonna be a necrophiliac. I feel so awful about the situation. Oh, wait. Oh, it was just a dream. Okay. You spent a lot of time next to him since he passed out. Just keep an eye on him. It's not like that, Dad. He saved Ivor. He might save the rest of us. Can he hear us? He just moved. How long was I? You were out for a couple of days. How do you feel? Juno! She's alive! I need to meet her in Sugarholm. Hold on, slow down. Who's Juno? She's my mentor on the Mender Council. She contacted me. Contacted you? How? She's not like most Mender. What happened here since I passed out? The Varl holding the dredge back, just barely. Bellower have disappeared. Ivor is still out of it. Jorgunder sent Hakon, Luden, and a couple hundred Varl away to Aberang. I don't know how long we'll be able to hold out here. Rook, I need your help. Take me to Sugarholm. Juno is going to meet us there. Sugarholm? That's got to be a week's away at least. And just abandon Irontoff? Maybe, or no. I could destroy that godforsaken bridge myself. That would delay the immediate threat, but Jorgunder would never agree to it. I need to understand a few things, Ivan. Why won't the Varl King destroy the bridge? I can't completely understand it myself. The last I mentioned it, he made his mind very clear. He'll let the city and the rest of the world fall before that damn bridge. How will you collapse the bridge by yourself? Not by myself. I could blast it apart, but this bridge wasn't made to fall. It'll take time and concentration. That's why I need your help. And the Varl will try to stop me. It could mean holding off both the dredge and the Varl. What do we do about Bellower? I can't stop him, but I believe Juno can. That's why we need to go. We could just leave and let the Varl die to give us a head start. It's not my first choice, but I've done everything I can on my own. What's going on around here? The serpent, the Bellower? Look, I know things are... It's a long story. How well do you know history? We're from a very small town in the woods. I'll keep it short. You know how men and Varl are made, the Loom Mother, the other gods. In the First Great War, the army of men and Varl hated each other. They fought bitterly for land and dominance. Then, one of the gods created the dredge, and they were such a threat that unless men and Varl set aside their differences, they threatened to wipe out both races. So they did. They ended the war, pushed the dredge into the north, and formed an alliance that was held ever since. The Second Great War began generations later. The dredge rallied their forces, defeated the Varl, who watches the border, and laid waste to an unsuspecting settlement throughout the world. They were led by Sunder, a powerful dread warlord and weaver, like Bellower. He was there in the Second Great War. Humanity was on the brink of extinction when the inner circle of Mender went forth and finally sent the Sunder and the Dread back deep underground. For the most part, the Dredge haven't tried to return since, well, until now. Those Menders were called Yvaka. Juno wasn't there herself, but she's from their bloodline. So another great war has begun. If I didn't think the world was ending, it would be incredible. An ancient history playing out before us. What about the serpent? That's another story. There's nothing in the Mender's library about that thing. It must have something to do with the dredge returning. That seems likely. I need to think about this. I understand. Be quick, Rook. There has to be some way to... I can't believe the world would be so stubborn. Speak to Jorgunder yourself. He's in the Great Hall. Maybe you'll have more luck, or maybe he'll put your head on a spike. Rook, I hate to put all this on your shoulders, but I've got a few friends here. Come to a decision quickly. Either way, we can't stay. We have to make it to Shigo home. Juno will know what to do. I see. I wonder if I cheated in that fight, I would probably be able to destroy that thing. I wonder what would have happened if I did. No, seriously, I wonder what would have happened if I just destroyed that bridge. Okay, I actually need Fastolf now. Because he's my only other person that actually, like, has a shield. That is a giant that I need. So we're gonna keep him. Turn order. I would level up, but I need to buy supplies for the journey ahead. So we're gonna head to the market and spend every ounce of stuff on buying supplies here. Okay, we're gonna go to the Great Hall and talk. You'll do as I say. I'm not here to argue. I'm telling you that we're dying by the dozens every day now. You sent our best away with Hakan. Now, how long do you expect us to last? You asked for this command, Fastol. Don't let them get across the bridge. Fastol take his leave just as you approach. Not great timing, but you think to yourself. Thank you for your audience. I forget your name. Rook. Rook, how is Yigvar? Will he survive? I think so. If I remember Yigvar well enough, he hasn't told you why he faced down the Bellerer, did he? No, he keeps things to himself. Yes, that sounds right. Yigvar confronted a Sunder in his youth during the Great War. He won that fight. No other but the Mender have done that. He proved us stronger. Maybe he thought he'd do it again. Ivor killed a Sunder? How did he end up in Skager? You'll have to pry that out of him yourself. I don't know. He disappeared when the last king tried to name him Kender. Of course, it occurs to you that Jorgunder would not be on the throne now had that happened. But why are you here, Rook? Be brief. I'm offering to help take apart the bridge. Human, if there's one more mention of that bridge, Jorgunder's mood changes almost instantly. If you have nothing else to say, get out of my damned hall. What's so important about that bridge? Every man I've ever met think he be rival God himself. If only he would charge. I'm over 400 years old, and I know what I know little. I know that I know little. You are a child, an infant, yet you know everything. Listen, human, this story is not about you. If you jump from that bridge today, the world would not change. Now either help Fastop retake it or leave my city. I don't care which. Guards are quick to usher you from the Great Hall. You don't resist. So fight on the bridge, destroy the bridge, or leave. We're leaving. Ivan sighs in frustration when you agree to pack up and leave, slamming his fist against the wall. Are you certain you'll not help me on the bridge? Listen, an entire race is about to be wiped out. I know they haven't been very cooperative. He looks you in the eye, but we can't take this lightly. Do we really abandon history? They made their choice. They did, mumbles Ivan, crestfallen. I've done everything I can. Gather Ivor and the rest of your caravan. We'll leave for Shigoro home immediately. I won't be coming with you, say Krumer. They've put Fashtov in charge of the warriors here. We'll need help. Gods. We'll need all will. We all will. Wow. Give Ivor my regards. The giant returned to his warriors. They send some Varl with you, a few hundred volunteer or those wounded on the bridge. You begin the long trek to Borsgard with crippling aches in your heart. Chapter 6. Of Our Bones the Hills. Well, no more Varls on our side, or at least not ones that we can control directly. Poor morale. Oh, boo fucking who. It's 7 days there, so we can't even afford to rest even one day, so we're just gonna have to go. We are not gonna risk ourselves to save a bunch of assholes who won't destroy the damn bridge. Dad, Alette says the camp has stopped for a short break. She pulls you by the sleeve. Ivor woke up. She leads you back to his tent. Ivor, don't get up. If this is what happens when we die, I'm very disappointed. No, you're okay. We left Einar for Toph. What happened? Did anyone survive? It's hard to explain exactly. We're going to meet another mender. Belor is still at the bridge. Then they're all doomed. So be it. Just Wretch, it's a miracle you're alive. Ivan saved you. Give the mender my regards. Ivor grimaces and stands. Tries as you might, you can't convince him to relax. He intends to walk like anyone else. Okay, so now he's a two-hander. Or a one-hander. Right? There's no way possible that he... Yeah, okay. Thought so. He can still do a knockback? Bull fucking shit. He can. Ooh. I can give you something now. Strength deflect, drawing aggro. Armor, drawing aggro. Armor break. Jesus. The only thing is dodge attacks. God. So 4, 5, 5. Any... Oh, wait. Take that out. And 20% to dodge attack is much better. I'll give that to you. Okay. Ode Leaf. Get rid of that. Yeah, that armor break though is really good. But not much I can do. Okay. Well, let's stick with this then. We don't even have anything to up our heroes with here. This sucks. Leave. We don't have time to rest. Some clansmen have discovered a large patch of wild fruit. When you approach, you see some people have begun to sample them. A mother frets about whether they're safe after overhearing one of the children say it tastes funny. Others start gathering by the basketful. Offer a piece to the animal. Lacking a poison taster, you hold out the fruit to a goat. The beast sniffs it before eating the entire fruit. Only at the pit falls to the ground as the goat licks its mouth and leans forward, your hand wanting more. Take a bite yourself. Several watches you taste the fruit. You pause after swallowing a feign choking. Alette rushes over to your side in a panic, but your laughter soothes everyone's concern. Soon, everyone is a little tipsy from the fermented fruit and spirits are high. Cool. Now we can rest one day if you so desire. The morale is poor, though. Someone's been nicking extra goods from the supplies, a concerned woman tells you. Counted these myself yesterday, no mistake. This keeps up, we'll all be starving before long. Ask the clansmen if they've seen anything suspicious. Notice anything unusual around the wagon? You ask several groups of caravan. To a man, they shakes their head. Though they ask no question, you can tell concern is spreading throughout. Yeah. Oh well. It appears that a large figure following from the direction of Einartoff. Oddleaf watches intensely before finally saying, "They have a cart, I can hear it." You slows down to get a better view and spy a small caravan of Varl. Eventually they catch up. Greetings, Ivor. I've been quite a while since we talked, hasn't it? I know you, Ubin. I know you, Ubin. Never imagined you were the one to defy the king. What made you leave? Someone had to. What do you mean? Bellows is heading this way. Already? How is that possible? A group of Varl from Wormtoe showed up around the back of Ironartoff the long way. Bellower and his army chased them across the sundered path, they said. Past Wormtoe? That doesn't make sense. Bellower was at the bridge. He must have doubled back after that serpent appeared. While we fought on the bridge, he led half his forces around to approach Einartoff from behind. The attack on the bridge was a feint? Don't let anyone tell you the Dredge aren't clever. Einartoff will fall within a day. Maybe not, he's following you. I thought one of you might know why. You exchange nervous glances, but nobody speaks up. Must be me then. Is there something I don't know? That's quite a grudge he's holding if he's coming for you, Ivor. It doesn't matter. Our only chance to get to Sigurd home. Juno will know what to do. We'll join you. I come bearing supplies and warriors who will be happy to kill Dredge or two, I believe. Awesome. The caravan stopped at a split in the road. Ahead, a path leading to Sigurd home veers off into the hills. You are now swimming with familiar black shape. Or, well, Dredge that ways too, grimaced Ivan. The summer path leads straight to Sigurd home, while taking the main road will add several days. They're every way by now, replies Ivan. I suggest we go around past Hawkstar. Send scouts to see how dangerous it is. You send 2 scouts, only 1 return. I'll put it this way, he says. We're not getting through that way. It's like they're merging from the rock itself. Alright, let's take the long way around. I hate to say it, you tell Ivan, but I'm not willing to walk into a swarm Dredge anymore. Juno will have to wait. You turn towards the long around Hawkstar instead. We have 8 days of supplies. It's gonna add like 2 or 3 more days, so it's fine. And we're nearing a town. We haven't gotten into a fight yet, so we can't buy more supplies. Kinda sucks. Unar, the quirky old man with the leather headband says, "If there's one thing I know better than women and meat, it's well." He smiles. Well, nothing. But I know when a group could use some help. Just nod and let Unar take everything make better. No questions now. What are you talking about? Umar's smile fades. I said no question, and that's the first thing out of your mouth. He shakes his head and shouts, "Forget it. Forget the lot of you." He storms off, and the next day, there's no trace of his whereabouts. Ugh, fine, whatever. You enter a village of miners who wants to know what's been happening recently between rumbling of the quakes and the sighting of the Dredge in the distance. As you look around to see a lot of elderly and children, you know that these people will only more mouths to feed. Let them make their own decision. You're welcome, anyone who wishes to join my caravan. Many do, while others choose to stay in their homes and see things through. You wish them luck. We can't rest, we can't do anything, let's just leave. Look at that, shout one of your clansmen. The caravan stopped to watch dread pooling over the village you just passed through. I hope everyone who stayed behind got out alive, says Alette, but have your doubts. They're coming, says Ivor, pointing out in the line of dredge leaving the village and marching towards you. As you watch, the dredge in front falls over, and the one behind it falls over. You hear a twang to your left. Nid, the archery student of Ottleaf, who you recall deftly shooting at a snow rabbit, is firing arrows down the hill. Another dredge topples. That's incredible, says Ottleaf, squinting. But we should get out of here. Hold on, let her do a few more. The next shot bounced off a dredge armor, but the one after that doesn't. And the Colossus falls to a knee. Another dredge goes down before you get moving again. Why don't you come along next time you want to try out that bow, you tell Nid, who nods with a smile on her face. Cool, we got a new hero. An archer, apparently. We can place our daughter with her. Her ability is not very useful. Shoot in a straight line. Very few circumstances do people actually stays in a straight line. More supplies missing, the woman by the wagon says to you. And look, tracks. It might, right there, look like children's footprints. But my husband and I follow them to the wilderness a ways. And they meet up with some adult tracks. No telling how many. Ride up and question the children? Your clansmen are on edge as you question the children. None of them seem to know anything about the food, but you manage to scare them more than you intended. Two brothers in particular are left on the verge of crying. Oh. So it's not ours. Okay. Another godstone? The godstone of Dunner passes around you. In the frozen climate here, it looks like a rock has split and fallen apart. Together, held only by a deep snow. Curiously, when standing between the stones, the wind dropped off completely, picking up again once you pass through. I almost wonder if we should rest here for the night, says Ivor, who seems to have noticed the same thing. With all the snow around it, Dredge might not even be able to find us. Inspect the godstone, but move on afterward. Along each strand of Dunmer's massive beard is a carved different part of his story. You turn your head and to and fro to read it. While the Loom Mother was the first to create, she soon found a counterpart in Dunmer, who embodies her ideals in a masculine form. Dunmer took some of her creation, gave them beards, and showed them great secrets of smithing, though many remember him just as fondly for teaching them games and songs of mirth. After a short, you get the people back on their feet. If the weather changes, we may suddenly find ourselves freezing to death up here, you say. There's some wisdom in your words, and so the caravan continues on. So he created the dwarves? Huh. We don't have time to rest. We don't have enough supplies to rest. Actually, after today, the supplies are gone. We haven't fought anything. We haven't gained any renown, so we can't even buy any more supplies. A trail of blood lead to a clearing where you find a large wounded varl. He is gnawing on his shield, swearing that no one in particular. and on occasionally slamming his cudgel to the ground. If not for the heavy bleeding, you leave this one alone without a second thought. He can help you if you want it. In a heartbeat, the ball is on his suit, swinging his massive weapon. You jump clear as the cudgel matches the trunk of a tree. Your party scatter to avoid the falling timber. Once you recover, the ball is long gone, leaving only another trail of blood, which you decided against following this time. In the distance, Hawkstorp smolders like an old campfire. Even from here, you can see the black figure shambling around it. That looks like a dead town, remarks Ivor, confirming your impression. They're usually survivor, oddly to remind you. Check it, just in case. I hope others will do the same for me. Dredge are nothing we haven't faced before. Ivor grunts, but otherwise says nothing. Besides, it might throw Bellowers off the scent of it. You head a day's march out to Hawkstorp. As soon as you step foot in the small town, you think you made a mistake. It's thoroughly littered with corpses. Within moments, the dredge are upon you, as though you stirred angry hornet's nests. You draw your weapon. Okay. Nid, what abilities do you have? Well, we'll find out.